Hi, I'm making this video to share our very first due process complaint experience. So on May 9, 2024, we filed a due process complaint against Blue Valley with the Kansas State Department of Education. Blue Valley provided us with multiple hearing officers to choose from, including Angela Gupta. Since we didn't since we didn't disqualify Angela Gupta, she was appointed as a hearing officer to our case. So normally the hearing officer has 4 to 5 days to hold a hearing, but he or she has the authority to extend this 4 to 5 day timeline if one of the parties, either the school or the parents, make an extension request. And that's what happened in our case. Blue Valley asked for an extension, and our hearing was postponed till September. Then Blue Valley asked for another extension later, and the hearing was postponed till December. So we filed a complaint in early May, and we expect to have a hearing in late June or at worst early July. But the hearing is rescheduled for December. So they drag out the case, which is hard for parents. Uh, so in especially this started in late May and early June. They started to Blue Valley's lawyers started to swamp us with pretrial motions. Uh, what's a motion? Basically, they move the hearing officer to do something. For example, they filed a motion to dismiss, the motion for partial dismissal they filed. So they were trying to dismiss the most important parts of our complaint. They filed a motion for extension, as I said before, and both of these motions were granted by the hearing officer, by Angela Gupta, at least in part. Um, so basically, they just want longer time to deal with the watered down complaint. And like I said, they drag out the case and wear you out. Uh, and they filed a motion for everything at that stage, at the pre-hearing, pre-trial stage. Motion to bifurcate, motion to clarify issues. So not just motion for extension or motion for partial dismissal. So they were just making a motion. So there's a motion for anything, motion to substitute. So whatever that would make our complaint, our position weaker, they make a motion of it. Whatever that would cut our complaint, our case to ribbons, even before we get to the hearing stage. So during this pre-hearing stage, during this motion wars, they file a motion, we reply to it, they reply to us, and they cited case law extensively in their motions to support their arguments. And many times, especially at the beginning, they kept on misciting cases, kept on misrepresenting the precedents, assuming that we would never read the cases and they would get away with it. So we had to find and read those cases and point out their miscitations in our replies, point out their misrepresentations in our replies. So it was a lot of work, this motion wars. So they drag out the case and wear you out, like I said. And it's hard for us, hard for parents. Why do parents, after all, file due process complaints? We file due process complaints because we care about our children, because there's a problem with our children's education, and the parents want to solve this problem as soon as possible and get their lives back on track. But school districts, they try to make you look bad to the hearing officer and to others, and they make it look like parents actually derive pleasure from filing complaints, filing motions, and having hearings. So they actually make it look like we enjoy this. It's actually school districts that want to fight. And at least at that stage, school districts are run by lawyers effectively, at least at that stage. And they're trial lawyers. They don't care about children. They don't care about education. They just care about winning. So they don't mind waging a war of attrition, and do anything basically to win. They do anything to win. And they typically try to beat you into submission, even before you get to the hearing stage, even before your case is heard. So they challenge everything you said, they challenge everything you've done in your complaint, uh, misrepresent everything you've said, everything you've done, try to throw out the most important parts of a case. So they prevent you from bringing up the real issues, the most important issues, and they prevent you from digging into them any further. And so they can do whatever they want. That's fine. But when the hearing officer favors their arguments over yours, and not once or twice, but over and over and over again, and you watch your complaint getting cut to ribbons, then it starts taking its toll on you, this motion wars. So they basically grind you down and break you, make you give up at this stage, long before your case is heard. But you shouldn't give up. Just because they have the power doesn't mean they have the right.